All right, guys, welcome back to another breakdown. Today we had a beautiful short with ORB today on V1. We also had a beautiful short today with pivots, but nonetheless, let's jump right into it so you guys can understand exactly why we took these positions today. So as you can see right now, we did take these shorts, right? V1's very simple to understand. All you're going to do is pop on the indicator like so. Right, so just to show you guys if you're new here how it works, right, it's going to draw the range automatically for you, and once it breaks below that range and the candle paints gold like you see here, you'll be able to execute, right, and it'll show you exactly where to place that stop loss and exactly where to place your take profit. Now the reason why I make these breakdowns is simple, so you understand which positions are high probability versus ones that have a lower chance of actually playing out. This wasn't really the A++ setup. However, it was still a very valid setup, and let me explain why, right? If you don't already have this, go to your settings and turn on session breaks. What session breaks are going to allow you to do is essentially see the day individually. Because this is an intraday strategy, you don't really need to look at the previous day volume or previous day price action. But it is important to understand what happened in the overnight session. As we can see, price had this huge sell-off, and you can see here that price basically chopped up into this whole sell-off. Let me go ahead and show you what I mean here. Here's that sell-off, right? As you can see, try and understand this whole sell-off as like a candlestick, right? So we can understand that there was this giant sell-off. This is a giant red candle, right? On the way up here, this is what we call low resistance liquidity run, right? Where essentially price is building back up within all of this selling pressure, right? So you can draw out a little trend line if you want here. Now notice within this trend line, what I like to do is I like to copy that trend, put it to the opposing new high that it's made here, right? What can we see? Price is trending up within this channel, right? So here is this large push down. Price is trending up within this channel. And I also saw that we were manipulating the upper band of the trend. Now I also like to draw out the market structure as well. So let me come in here and draw out the market structure. So I'm going to go ahead and draw out the market structure for you guys. Now, if you don't know how to draw this out on your own, we do have the indicator, the enhanced market structure, that will do essentially all of this automatically for you. It will basically help define what's the external structure versus the internal structure. As you can see right here, I'm drawing in some internal structure versus everything externally. Right, so as you can see, there's that giant push down, bullish channel coming up. This looks like a nice continuation pattern. If you can see, here's that drop down. Price is accumulating higher, and we're expecting it to continue this right here. So it's matching along with the current indication from the indicator as well. Not only that, but we can see right here is price constantly breaking structure to the upside, breaking structure to the upside, breaking structure to the upside. It's developing these external highs here. Now, if we zoom in, get a little bit more external with it, right? What a lot of people generally see, there's that break of structure, go low to high to this new point right here. Generally, that is going to create more liquidity. There's like a 50% zone. This is what the enhanced market structure will do for you. But nonetheless, you can see we tap into that 50%. We see it popping up a little bit. Nonetheless, there's more internal structure that it's essentially combining with. As you can see, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So now you can see the internal trend kind of developing. Break a structure, and of course, what do we see? Break a structure. So as you can see right here, if we were to do the same thing to the opposing side, high to low, high to low, high to low, that would create this nice looking order flow, right? Something like this. And I'm gonna make this a different color so you can see the internal areas. Now, I know a lot of people's eyes may not be necessarily trained to see what mine see. I've been looking at charts for like 10 years, so everything here is pretty easy for me to identify. If you want a good methodology and how to identify it, or a good like training tool, trace price, right? Trace price exactly where it's going, and it will just automatically define the market structure for you. Eventually, these types of patterns are going to start to pop out. But hopefully, you guys can see the entire narrative playing out into this short right here, right? Of course, the opening range that I have is this right here. It's not the generic 930 to 945 range, because this is a little bit more based on volume in the pre-market. But here's the opening range that develops. You can see that here's that macro intraday analysis. You can see that we're receiving all of this order flow with the microstructure. We finally have that giant momentum break right at 9:30. There's that first opening bell. We're breaking this trend right here and closing below that trend. We're also closing below this structure point right here, which is really, really good, right? So we're closing below that structure point. And yeah, it was nerve-wracking at first because we did create, this wick-like candle right here. But if we come into the 1 minute, I want to show you something. You can see when we broke out of the range, that pre-market range right there. Let me just show you that we broke out of the pre-market range right here. We left this nice fair value gap right on the 1 minute. From this candle to this candle here, you can see price is coming into that fair value gap. And as soon as we started pushing away from that gap, that's where all my confidence came in. If you look at today's live trading session, I actually did not enter right here. I actually waited for this initial push down, and you guys will see me entering right around here, right? So yes, we generated the signal on the 5 minute chart right as this closed, and you could have just easily taken it. That's fine. I just wanted a little bit more extra confirmation. I saw this 1 minute gap. I saw this 5 minute candle close like this. And as soon as it started pushing a little bit below this area here, I pulled the trigger and this thing melted, right? Absolutely melted. And it got me excited, and I'm getting excited about it right now too. But that's really the full in-depth analysis of what's going on here. You don't need the indicator to see what I'm seeing, but the indicator is really going to help because it's just simplifying the process for you. It shows you a gold candle, it tells you when to enter, it gives you the stop loss, and it gives you the take profit, right? And then from there, it just absolutely melts, right there. This is where I was entering, was right here. It came back up. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And then it just absolutely flushed down, right? And you can see it continued that pattern very nicely. You could have held, in my opinion, to these lows at the low of the day if you really wanted to. I just have it normally at a fixed risk reward of a 1 to 1.5, because at least you're securing profits. We're not always guaranteed to come hit the targets that we would want to hit. But yeah, that's really the analysis on ORB today. Now, let's pop on pivots very quickly. There is no analysis that you need to do with pivots. One thing I want to tell you guys about pivots, though, is that you can develop some pretty cool strategies with this, right? I don't know if you guys can see, but pivots is all about reading the volume and where price is most likely going to break and reject, right? So here's like the 9:30 volume. If you want to trade those like 10 a.m. reversals, as you can see, here's 10 a.m. Look how it's hitting the pivots, literally wick rejecting this midline right here and just fading, right? Unfortunately, the pivots this month has been respecting the fade almost more than the breakout, but that makes sense only because this is the month of December where volume is low, and generally when volume is low, that basically means we're more likely to have a mean reverting volatility regime, which generally means that we're less likely to break out because there's lower volume, or it's more likely to chop, right? But nonetheless, very simple sells today for pivots. We had the sell stop develop here, told us where to sell, where to place the stop loss, where to place to take profit. Let me just get rid of the orb. All right, we had some shorts come in here and absolutely hit the banger. Now, just to show you, people in the community were able to hit today. Right, there's Dan. Dan likes to live trade every single morning. This is just one of his trade security accounts, by the way. He's got 20 Apex accounts. He's got millions of funding, right? So you will be able to live trade with a multi 7-figure trader. And he basically shows you how to fly through the eval in a day. He shows you how to profit with these things as well. Yeah, he's sick. But nonetheless, there's everybody like getting their shit. Let's come to today, actually. Oh, there you go. See, not a bad day. We have one other person, Tim, over $3,000. Right, this person looks like he's sitting break even. Another 2.8, and then of course him today, another 2.3. Very, very good day today overall. Yeah, that's it. I did put in the Discord a little bit more of an explanation as to what pivots is, like what's included with it. I gave this whole breakdown here so you guys can read everything that comes with it, how to automate the strategies entirely as well. All right, so here's everything that's included is within this tab that says what's included, and you can just navigate this little suite area, and I'm almost positive it should really, really help you. Before you guys do buy anything, I always recommend, reach out to me personally. I am Chiron My actual Discord name is benhay1212. So my nickname on Discord is Chiron, but my actual name is benhay1212. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. If you don't know what I mean, I don't know how to help you there. If you can't reach me on Discord, you can always try me at admin@tradexlabs.com. That's our email. Because that's where we're the most active in terms of support and answering questions. But yeah, everything's here. I hope the breakdown really, really helped. You guys got to see a little bit of my chart vision as well. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next breakdown.